Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jack, this is Jthbooks, and it's time for another Thursday reading vlog. So, I thought for this reading vlog, we'll go back to doing 100 pages a day again, because I really enjoyed that last time. I really read a lot last time, and I want to finish November strong. And then I think I might have a couple of weeks off making the vlogs, maybe one, maybe two, just while some things are going on here at home. And then we'll be back to finish up the year. But as you can see, my Christmas decorations are up. Shall I quickly show you them now? See, can you see them? We have Grinch, we have snowmen, we have Grinch, and we have gingerbread men. So beautiful, so beautiful. But yeah, they're up. I bought them. Oh well, I put them up yesterday. I've had the Grinch ones for years, and my sister brought me the new ones. So yes, but for 100 pages a day, I don't know what to read. I have no sort of, not a morsel, not a crumb, not a clue what I want. So that's going to be tricky. As we know, I'm really looking for books that I think I'm going to love, that give me that feeling. I love that feeling. I forgot how much I love that feeling. So I need it desperately. But I don't have a clue. And I have to say, 100 pages, I think, for the first couple of days is going to be hard because I'm out in about half an hour all afternoon. Then I might be going to my friends tonight, but I don't know because I still haven't got a car. My car is still not working. It can't be fixed till next week because I can't get it anywhere to fix it. It's going to cost me so much money. It's fine. I won't cry about it on camera. So it's going to be difficult today. And then tomorrow is the 21st of November. So what comes out tomorrow? Wicked. I will be in the cinema tomorrow night. Me and my sister have got our tickets booked. Actually, look, as I'm saying that, there's a wicked thing right there. We've got our tickets booked. I'm going to get a nice big Pepsi and I shall enjoy it. What I will say is, like, obviously, last time I went to Wicked, I went with my friend who we've been to see Wicked in the West End and in Southampton. We went to the cinema to see it. We were there the first night. And I haven't even heard from him this time about going. So it's bringing a lot of things up for me. But I should enjoy my time with my sister. I love my sister, of course. But I don't know what to read. I do know what I'm going to read. Somebody actually commented on one of my YouTube channels, or maybe Instagram, and said, have you read this? I'm going to read The Darkness Outside Us by Elliot Schreifer. Schreifer? Yeah, I'll go for that. I've heard brilliant things about this. People always really recommend this to me. So let's find out what it's about, shall we? Two boys alone in space. After the first settler on Titan trips her distress signal, neither remaining country on Earth can afford to scramble a rescue of its own, so two sworn enemies are installed in the same spaceship. Ambrose wakes up on the coordinated Endeavour with no memory of a launch. There's more that doesn't add up. Evidence indicates strangers have been on board. The ship's operating system is voiced by his mother, and his handsome brooding shipmate has barricaded himself away. Nothing will stop Ambrose from making his mission succeed, though not when the settler he's rescuing is his own sister. In order to survive the ship's secrets, Ambrose and Kodiak... Is that Kodiak? Yeah, it does say that. Will need to work together and learn to trust one another, especially once they discover that they are up against larger forces than they have ever considered. Love might be their only way to survive. No, not reading this. No. Mind change. I have to go have a little look what I'm going to read and I'll be back. Mind change. You can see now why I often get other people to pick for me, can't you? Because my mind changes like the wind. But I think I'm going to go for The Boyhood of Cain by Michael Emhart. I can't quite read that. Emhurst. I can't quite read the font on his surname there. But let's find out what this one's about. And maybe I'll change my mind again. But I don't think I will. Because I've been feeling a bit drawn to this book and I don't quite know why. Danny's family lives in a large house close to the school where his father is headmaster. At school, his father's importance gives Danny certain privileges, but it also sets him apart from his classmates. When a new boy, Philip, for whom everything seems easy, arrives, he surprises Danny by wanting to be friends. So when he and Philip are invited to work after school with the inspiring artistic teacher, Mr. Miller, Danny believes he has found somewhere he can shine. Makes me want to cry. Until Danny's world tilts. Oh well, didn't last long, did it? His father loses his job and their house, and then Danny finds himself shut out from Mr. Miller and Philip's world too. Desperate to make amends, he keeps trying to find a way back in. But will Danny's efforts send things spinning beyond everyone's control? Oh, Danny, I was like loving your life for you then. But yes, I'm going to go... It's got a mark on it. I'm going to go for this one. I love the cover. I've actually really just noticed that. I love that. But yes, I'm going to go for this one and I'll check in with you. It's only... How long? 189 pages, so I should have this finished by tomorrow, shouldn't I? If, my page thing goes well. But we'll see, because I might not go out tonight because I haven't got a car. So we'll see. But I shall check in you when I have read 100 pages. It's Friday. 100 pages a day challenge. Failed. Oh no. I didn't even go out last night. I just sat and watched Wicked. Because I thought, I'm going to see Wicked tonight. I'm going to catch up. I've got to refresh my memory. And that's what I did. So, fail. But what I will say is, so far this is just fine. I actually only read 27 pages. I'm just going to read a bit more now. I read a bit this morning. I'm going to read a bit more now. Do you remember we read the synopsis and it says he makes friends with Danny and then they're invited to spend time with Mr. Miller and then his dad loses his job? Well, opposites attract, because so far his dad's lost his job and it's thrown me. I'm the type of person, you can't tell me every detail, every aspect of a timeline, because if the timeline doesn't go right, I'll be gone. And I mean that if you have plans and if you say we're going to do this at this time, this at this time, this at this time, if those times don't work, I'll be done for. But if you tell me this is going to happen, but we don't know when, blah, 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 I'll be like, it's fine. Okay, I can handle that. But when you get timings in, I'm done for. But so far it's fine. I don't really have, much of an impression on it. I did rewatch Wicked last night, which was... I'm going to see Wicked tonight. I'm so excited. Obviously, they sell there my favourite kind of Pepsi, which is, one with a straw and, from the, I don't know what they're called, from the machine. They're from the machine. That didn't make sense, but it's my favourite kind. Like a McDonald's, one, But I'm going to have one of them. I'm going to get some popcorn. I'm going with my sister. We're going to have a great time. But so, technically... to get myself back on track, I should finish this today, because this is 189 pages, and then I would need to read 10 pages more of another book. Is that going to happen? Who knows? But I'm going to do some reading now, and I don't have any plans until this afternoon. So, well, this evening. So, yeah, I just wish I'd read more. So far, his dad's only lost his job. And the kid wants to be Jesus so he doesn't have to go to school. Yeah, I know, right? But we'll see. We'll see how it continues to go. I can't get this finished today. As Whitney Houston and Brandy said, impossible. Right, I'm going to go do some reading. I've done it. I've read 100 pages. But actually, I'm on page 109. So I read yesterday's 100 pages. 91 to go today. But I'm not massively loving this, I have to say. It's told from the kid Daniel's perspective, and he's a real little know-it-all. Oh, he's almost a bit unbearable. I can see why. Children, no. But he is now in Mr. Miller's class, and he is friends with Philip, but even the class isn't that special. It's not really spoken about that much. It's sort of not what the synopsis made it to be. He even sort of argues with Mr. Miller because he's a little brat, basically. And there's just so many things it's clear he's different to the reader because he is probably well, not many people seem to like him because he's a little brat, but also people notice that he's probably I say probably because I'm not 100% sure, but probably a homosexual. So they sort of judge him for that, which of course is unfair. But when they judge him for being a little brat, I think, fair enough. I wouldn't particularly like your kid. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just fine. It's just, I don't think as well, like, he thinks the way a kid would. Like, he hasn't hit puberty yet, so I don't know what age that is. What, 12, 13? And he's like, my dad votes Conservative and my mum's Liberal Democrats. I'm a Labour. They should all vote Labour. And I think, shut up. Just shut up. That's what I think. Now he's decided not to be religious anymore. And also, this book said that having your hair dyed, like bleached, is a sign of a homosexual. And I said, how dare you? How dare you? Because I'm not one. But how dare you? I thought, how dare you do that to me? But yeah, so at least I've done yesterday's 100 pages, but now it is time for Wicked. Wicked. I can't sing. I think my sister even bought a Wicked t-shirt that she's going to wear, so loser. But I'm going to... She's not really a loser. She's going with me. How could she be? But I'm going to go get ready now, and I'm going to go to Wicked. Maybe I might try and squeeze in a few more pages before we go, and... yeah, I'll let you know how the film is. I'll let you know, hopefully, if I finish this book and start a new one, because I need to do that, to do my pages. I'm going to be behind again tomorrow. And even though it's supposed to be my weekend off looking after my granddad, I have now got to go around there tomorrow to cook him dinner. And I've got to take him to the hospital on Monday, so that's not going to be a great reading day either. This was a bad idea to pick 100 pages, but if I fail, I fail. I failed at life, really. I'm a huge failure, but I'm going to go see Wicked now and enjoy it. It's so cold here today, so ignore me being wrapped in my duvet, but I did finish this last night, and I have to say, I didn't love it. I've given it 2.5. I know I called the kid a brat, and he was, but like, in those last 8-9 pages, he does go through some stuff. And there's also talk of an inappropriate relationship between Philip and Mr. Miller, and of them writing love letters to each other. And these boys are like 12, 13, I can only assume. So, you know, it did get pretty dark, but it ends so abruptly. It's almost like it wasn't even the boy's story. He was just the catalyst to tell the stories. But yeah, no, I didn't love it. It wasn't for me. But that it did mean I did read, you know, I need to read 111 pages today. And I'm not doing anything until later because I slept so terribly last night. I think I was too excited from Wicked. For Good, it's called Wicked for Good, I should remember that. I really enjoyed it. My sister cried. But I've seen it get some like negative reviews, but I feel like people who are reviewing it negatively haven't actually seen the musical, so they didn't know what was going to happen. But I really enjoyed it. I did nearly cry once, okay? I did nearly cry once. But for my next book, I don't know why. I think it's just calling to me, but I think I'm going to read The Secret Lives of a Country Gentleman by K.J. Charles. Okay? I don't know why. But I just think it might be fun. I don't know. A romantic swashbuckling tale. Who knows? But I shall check in with you when I've read a bit, and or hopefully when I've read 111 pages today. And yeah, I'll show you what it's about. Abandoned by his father, Gareth Inglis grew up lonely, prickly, and well used to disappointment. Still, he longs for a connection. When he meets a charming stranger, he falls head over heels, until everything goes wrong and he's left alone again. Then Gareth's father dies, turning the shabby London clerk into Sir Gareth, with a grand house on the remote Romney Marsh and a family he doesn't know. The marsh is another world, a strange empty place, a tourist for its ruthless gangs of smugglers. Okay, I might give it a go, and if I change my mind. But it's not quite what I thought it was going to be. Smugglers. Okay, I'm going to start reading it now and see how it goes. Wish me luck. Good morning. It's Monday morning, and yes, it's Monday. You heard that. I didn't film anything yesterday because I did not feel very well, both physically and mentally, and which I haven't felt like that in a while. So I was gutted, but we'll carry on. But I am only 90 pages into this, where I didn't read very much. I'm quite enjoying it so far, actually. I'm quite enjoying it. For a romance book, which isn't my usual genre, I'm quite enjoying it. There was smart on page 3. Page 3. I said, sirs, I barely know you. I said, lads, I barely know you. But we are following Gareth, who lives with his uncle in London, and he is meeting a man named Kent, who they have a tryst. They have a bit of honky-tonky, bonky-wonky. And then Kent says, look, when I come back to London, I'd like to see you again. Gareth's like, no, I don't do that. You don't know my real name. Like, blah, blah, blah. But then Gareth's dad dies, and he moves back to... he moves to Kent, actually. And there in his house, he lives by the marshes. And the marshes are the place where all these smugglers sort of run their trade, I guess. You know, they're smuggling tobacco and alcohol and tea. Why can't they be smuggling good stuff like Pepsi or books? But and there Gareth witnesses a transaction going on, and he dobs one of the smugglers in, and just as he's going to testify against her, a man barges in and says, no, I'm not. You know, you need to be careful because I know stuff about you. And it was the man he knew in London. I didn't see that coming, even though it does say it on the back. But I didn't see it coming. It actually made me went, I actually gasped out loud. But other than that, it's just them sort of now trying to figure out how to sort of live by each other, and obviously a romance is going to ensue. We know that, but yeah, I'm quite enjoying it so far. For 100 pages a day challenge, terribly. I probably need to read like 200 and something pages today, but we'll try. I'm just going to take my friend to the hospital now, and then I'll come back, and I probably will just read, actually. So I've got to go because I'm running a bit late, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. There's like a book 2 in this, I will probably read it, which is always a good sign. Good morning, it's Tuesday. I managed to get about, 50 pages of this read. I'm on page 137. It likes to hammer a point home. Gareth, he doesn't like smugglers, and he says it a lot. We get it. Or Joss, or Kent, who says, Gareth is not from the marsh. We get it. You've said it 25 times. Like, I'm not someone who particularly likes sort of sex scenes like I know they're going to be in this book, as we evidence from page 3. But I found myself just being like, oh, just get to the sex stuff. Come on, geez, just get to it. But then when they did, I'd find myself picking up my phone or looking at the ceiling. So, you know I said I was enjoying it, but it's gone off. There's like a secondary plot of like sort of they're now being attacked by these people who are telling them to keep their mouth shut, but we don't know who it is yet. I'd like to get this finished by tomorrow, really. So that's happening, but they're sort of in this romance too. Well, they've literally I literally stopped not even on a chapter because I was so sick of them talking to each other. Yeah, they just sort of found each other in a sexual way, shall we say, and now they're just having another dull chat. So yes, I'm going to read a bit more. I'm just going to go for a walk, and I'm going to read a bit more, and then hopefully I'll be ready to wrap this up with you tomorrow. 100 pages a day is not going well, is it? Let's be honest. I think it's just going to be trying to get this book finished now. They're going to have sex again, aren't they, at some point, and I'm going to have to read it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It could swing me back around. You never know. But I'm going to go for a walk now. Yeah, I might just seem like there's a little fox on the cover. But I will see you when later this afternoon when I've read some more. So, it's the next day, and I finished this book. It's a bit late in the afternoon. I actually read 100 pages yesterday. I actually read just over 100 pages. What did I get to yesterday? Where did I pause it? No, it was further than that. You don't need to know this bit. Oh, well, I read 103, but the challenge, I actually done it. Is that the first time I've done it? Maybe this week? Terrible, isn't it? But, yeah, then I finished it this morning, and I have to say, it was just fine. It was just fine. It was nothing special. There was a lot in it I didn't care about. I didn't particularly care about sort of, you know, the smuggling side of it, and then you have the side with Gareth and, like, his dad turned out to be a smuggler, and then he owed his uncle money, his uncle coming for the money, and then you've got all like the different fractions in the smugglers having problems, and then you've got the romance, and then you've got, I thought, hit me with another subplot and I'll cry. Do you know what I mean? And even then when sort of the romance happened and the sex happened, it sort of wasn't good enough. It just felt, I hate to say this, oh my god, I can't even say it, because they use this word all the time in the book, and they even like explain what it means, but it was very middling. It was very middling. If you read the book, you'd be like, yeah. But just sort of middling, like, the sex was sort of like, it wasn't like intimate and literary, but it wasn't like full on smut really either. It was sort of like just in the middle. It was just the middle. It's the middle of the road. It was the middle of the road. I do unfortunately own another one in this series, so I might pick it up because, you know, I don't want to waste my money. But yeah, so it was fine. It was fine. So, God, like two not great books this week. I can't even find the other one. I don't know what I've done with it, but I can't even find the other one. But let's wrap it up, shall we? I went and found the book. Don't say I'm not dedicated to you all. I went and found the book. A very mid-week for me. Mid-books, mid-succeeding at the challenge. Probably a challenge fail, let's be honest. I don't mind, you can be honest. But I think I would have preferred this one still to this one. I didn't think much of this one really at all. Yeah, it's just been a bit of a bad week. It hasn't been a great week. My car still isn't fixed. Hopefully he's coming tomorrow. But like I said, I think we're going to have a little break now. Maybe just next week. Maybe just next week or next 2 weeks. I'm not sure. But then we'll be back. We'll be back because I couldn't leave you all for too long. I'm going to put it in, but watch me. There'll probably be another one next week. You never know. You never know with me, do you? Let's be honest. But yeah, just a mid-week of books. And I miss reading good books. So that is going to be my goal for a bit, is to read a cracker of a book. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. The liking really, really helps. And there's this new thing now, you can hype a video. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means, but I see people saying it. So hype me up. Hype me up. Be my hype people, okay? Okay. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'm going to speak to you all really, really soon.